Welcome to Under the Hood.
I'm Dr. Alex DiGrado, your pelvic floor physical therapist.
And I'm Dr. Rebecca Howard Eudy, your sex and relationship therapist.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm so excited for this one. I
Yeah.
kind of feel like it's new for our generation, but maybe I'm just naive.
No, it's definitely, I don't think other generations really even thought about what we should tell people.
Okay, we're going to talk about repair.
Yeah.
Rupture and repair, which I feel like people our age know this term, rupture and repair, and kind of know what it means. But my understanding of it is that when you make a mistake or when you yell or blow up or whatever, then afterwards you go back and you apologize, whether it's to your kids or to your partner. And the part that I feel like is kind of new is apologizing to your own kids.
Yeah, that's definitely new. I mean, did you get it all? Did your parents? I mean, we did occasionally.
Yeah, I mean, my mom had a master's degree in early childhood growth and
so your
development.
mom
So
was-
they were.
She was ahead of her time.
Yeah, she was way ahead of her time
Yeah.
in many, many ways. Yes.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say that it was the norm
Yeah.
societally.
No. I do think that my parents repaired. Probably my mom, maybe more than I think women are culturally
apologizing too much.
Apologizing too much, perhaps. Yeah.
I've said this to my staff. If you don't need to apologize, don't
apologize. Yeah.
You know, to patients, oh, so sorry to keep you waiting. You're right on time.
Yeah.
You're actually a minute early.
I'm so sorry you were early and sat and waited.
Actually apologizing because the person was early. I can't get over it.
I know.
Please stop.
Stop apologizing. It is true. So,
but this is the opposite. Today's episode is the opposite.
Well, it's not. It is and it's not.
Okay, cool.
Because when we over apologize, then our apology has really no meaning.
So true.
And a lot of times we apologize because we think we should, and we teach our kids this too. Go and apologize.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not really repair. That is an apology, but repair has to do with perspective taking, really feeling empathy for what it was like to be hurt.
Yeah.
And then taking accountability. Like repair is accountability taking.
That's a really different perspective. You're so right. Sorry.
Oh, I know. Isn't that the worst? I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You're unreasonable.
Or what about sorry you felt that way?
Oh,
it's like, that is not an apology.
No. I mean, in all fairness, it's depending on the tone of voice.
True.
Maybe the best that we can do. I'm really sorry that you felt that way. I didn't mean to make you feel that way. You know, it's not the worst.
You need the second half, definitely. I think it is the worst.
You think it's the worst?
Yeah, I do.
I'm sorry you felt that way.
Because it's like you're just saying sorry about the person's feelings. Like that's not an apology. It's just not. It's not.
Yeah. It's not. You're right. It's not.
It isn't.
Well, it's not repair.
Yeah.
It is an apology.
Sure. An insincere one.
Feelings.
Yeah, it's very insincere.
It isn't. It all.
On the times that I've had it sent my way, even in a nice voice, it inflames me.
Yeah. So I think some of the most meaningful apologies that I've ever received or given have been pretty simple. And sometimes they kind of come, sometimes it's like I was thinking about this thing that happened and I thought, I made you feel bad and I didn't mean to do that or, whatever. Like it has to do with accountability.
Totally. Yeah. And then it is. It's sort of, for me at least, it's like, okay, all is well now. It's because it's so sincere.
It's sincere.
Yeah.
It does not have to be. I mean, I see this with clients all the time that when it has to have genuine emotion behind it.
Right.
That's what makes it authentic. Is anything else is an inauthentic apology.
It makes it worse.
It makes it worse. You're just going through the motions. And in some ways, it's also when you receive an insincere apology, you can either get pissed off by it and further inflame the situation, or you can accept it, but you don't feel it. And then it's like you're kind of faking.
Yeah, totally.
Which also makes things worse.
Yeah.
So
the
interesting. Worse.
Right. My older child will write me notes, and I think I mentioned this to you. I'm sorry, I just need a hug. And then it's all the anger just dissolves because the hurt behind the anger and the hurtful words and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is amazing how accountability often really softens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole feeling.
So one of the things, as we're talking about kids, that people often get wrong, and I'm including myself in this, is that, a lot of times my kids they're wonderful, but they really piss me off.
Yeah, of course.
They've done something that's totally unacceptable or they whatever. And then if I have done something that requires repair, usually it's like, talking, yelling, or, whatever.
Yeah.
Flying off the handle in some way that I feel like, oh, that felt a little icky. I didn't like doing that. My temptation, if I don't take enough time, is to go in and say, I'm sorry that I got angry with you, but you did this,
totally,
but don't hit your brother or don't whatever.
Right.
If you don't do this, then I won't get angry.
Yeah, totally.
And that is not repair.
It's not.
It's the opposite of repair. We're trying to do two separate things. And so this is also happening in our romantic relationships, our friendships, where we do feel bad. I genuinely feel bad when I yell at my kids.
Yeah.
Which I try not to do, but sometimes it happens. And so I genuinely want to take accountability for the thing that I'm like, I could have handled that a lot better. That's the feeling. I could have handled that a lot better. That's the accountability and the repair.
And so separating it from the correction.
That's right.
Of the behavior.
That's right. And so a lot of times we say, I'm sorry that I did that, but you really pissed me off.
Yeah,
some
exactly.
version of that. But I was hurt. But I whatever. And it completely takes away.
It does.
You have to have them separate.
It negates it. Okay.
Yeah, it does.
That takes a lot of maturity.
Yeah, in time. Because a lot of times we want to go and do the repair sooner than we really should.
Because we're not ready.
Really feel ready to.
I see.
Yeah.
And so you think that for kids, the hitting thing, you think giving them time to cool off and then eventually have an authentic apology.
They need time. Yeah. So I think that time, we try to force these things. We try to rush them. We say, go and apologize.
Yeah, totally.
And it's like sort of a forced march.
Yeah.
Kids don't learn anything from
that.
that.
So true.
So I think a better language, which we can then adopt in our relationships as well, is how do you think that would have made you feel? And sometimes they're, especially after they've calmed down, I probably wouldn't have liked that. Well, how do you think you would want someone to repair with you? Do you think I sometimes use the words amends and repair. Probably need to repair. And sometimes the most powerful repairs are nonverbal. So I do think that in adult relationships, it's important for us to find the words that repair should come with accountability taking. But especially for kids, like I talk about this example in my book, but one of the most brilliant repairs I've ever seen was from my kids. And we were at a friend's house for a barbecue. And of course, we're at the friend's house. And so their behavior, it's like, oh gosh, you really need to, they're good friends. But so they have a younger girl too. I have two boys, and they but somehow kind of got into it with a bunch of kids where people were like, jostling and whatever, and they hurt somebody's feelings, and this little girl got knocked down. And I was like, you need to go and apologize. And my older son was like, can I just I'm gonna do it, but like just let me do it. And so and the thing that had happened in this scenario is all of the kids got very inflamed, so everybody's fighting now. And so it was over a toy hatchet. Okay. Like everybody wanted to play with this, which so they literally took the hatchet and buried the hatchet.
That's amazing.
And then everybody's fine. I'm like, I don't think they've ever heard the
bury the hatchet.
I love it. Literally buried the hatchet, and it was like such a beautiful repair. This didn't go well for us. This didn't work well. And like, and everybody was fine.
Oh my gosh. I know. That is incredible. And it is the best. I love that story.
It's so smart. It's like, I would have had them march over and say, I'm so sorry that I did that. And it wouldn't have been sincere.
Totally. I literally did that at your house when Mark bopped that little girl with the foam sword.
Yes. And so I think, though, it's performative.
Totally.
So that is not
100%, because I knew that it was not malintent.
Totally. But I find myself doing that. It's like when you start to parent for the crowd.
Yeah. 100%. Like, that is why I did it.
My kid bopped them.
Yeah, I have to do this.
Yes. And like in some ways, there's nothing wrong with that. Sure. It does teach a lesson. You have to apologize when even if you don't feel sorry, you have to figure out how to take accountability. That is sometimes reality, but in our in relationships that are not super close. Yeah. But in our most intimate relationships, whether it's with our children or with our partners, that kind of apology just doesn't fly. It has to be heartfelt. It has to be genuine.
Mm-hmm.
But in order to have the perspective taking, a lot of times if we really got in touch with what we did that hurt somebody that we love,
we feel so much shame.
Yeah.
Feels so icky.
So icky. And when we feel shame, we get defensive.
Yeah.
Well, it was
you deserved
justified.
It kind of thing.
You deserved it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so then our own shame. So I'll give an example. So this is again with the kids. Somehow it's easier to think about repair, and because we talk about repair with kids all the time, but it's transferable.
And
to
it's sort of a buzzword these days with parenting.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so listeners may judge me for this.
That's fine.
That's my shame talking.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had this crossing guard. This was a couple of years ago. And there's a busy road between my house and the kids' school.
Okay.
And so we were late for school. I mean, not really, but I felt like we were late. It was some urgency.
Yeah.
And so it's a 4-way stop. And the crossing guard waits to have the kids cross until the walking guy is on. Yeah. I don't always do that on my own, right? And so I made the decision, okay, there's no cars coming. We're going to cross because the light is going the other opposite direction.
Yeah, it's safe to cross.
It's safe to cross.
Yeah, you're an adult.
I'm an adult. I made the determination for my kids. And the crossing guard from diagonally across this busy road was like, do not, essentially was like, you're endangering your children.
Totally.
Said that to me.
Yes, our crossing guard yells at parents all the time.
All the time. So
comes to the people's cars and yells at them.
Yes.
I can't get over the gall.
It really is. But here's the thing. She was doing her job. That is her job. It is her job to keep people safe. Now,
so true.
Would I have preferred that so what happened is that I got all like mama bear, like, I can't believe I am not endangering my children.
No, you're not, obviously.
And so I literally yelled that at her.
All right. So you're yelling at the crossing guard?
So I'm yelling at the crossing guard in front of my kids, Alex. And also like probably a lot of my neighbors who are driving to school. I mean, this is my community. This is like right down the street from my house. So the crossing guard and I did wait. We continued to yell at each other. I know. I mean, it's horrendous behavior, but I was like,
I don't think so. I'm completely on Team Rebecca. I think she was way out of line.
Well,
you are an adult.
Wait.
Okay, sorry. You've got to repair. Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay.
Don't validate
I'm sorry, but because you're in the right here. Go ahead.
Okay. So she's yelling at me. I'm yelling at her. And I'm a fighter.
Yes.
So I get in these situations and it happens so quick. Fight or flight, I'm going to fight. And so I am fighting with the
I'm cringing
in front of my kids. I know they were like, stop. Like they're so embarrassed. I've got the dog. It's just like, okay. So my rage carries me 2/3 up the hill to the kids' school.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably like 5 minutes. I'm like, can you believe her?
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Can you believe her? And then the shame sets in.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, totally. What did I just do?
Yelled at a elderly crossing guard who I want my children to respect.
Yes.
I don't care what this person says about crossing the street. They need to listen to her. This is a person who is, our town is paying her to keep our kids safe. Mm-hmm. I rely on her to do her job. And I just undermined her in front of my children.
Oh.
And so the shame sets in. Yeah. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm just going to drive for the rest of the year.
I was about to say, could you walk home a different way? I'm literally in my mind thinking about ways that you could avoid this person for the rest of your life.
Me too. I'm like, how do I avoid her for the rest of my life?
Oh, wow.
I can never show my face.
Oh, my gosh.
Again. Okay. So that's my first thing.
Yeah. Tell me what happened.
And so then after the shame subsided, I was like, no, I'm not going to drive for the rest of the school year. Mm-hmm. This is like
October. Walk a different way. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not going to take my life in my hands and cross the 2-lane road because there's this crosswalk and then one that's like 1.5 miles down the road.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to walk the long way.
I get it.
So
clearly you're not.
Clearly I'm not. So once the rage subsided, then the shame set in. And then I had to give myself a stern talking to.
Yeah.
Like, no, you need to be an adult here.
Yeah, this is an adult.
This is an adult.
Adulting.
This is adulting hard. And so when the kids came home, I was like, okay, this was not the right thing to do. And they took my side too. They were like, well, she shouldn't have been yelling at you. She was so mean. And I was like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I need to keep my side of the street clean. I should not have yelled back at her. That was it was really. So I wrote her an apology note. I shared with the kids what was in the apology. Now it sounds like I'm tooting my own like repair horn, but this was really hard for me. This was like a day that I went through.
This would be very hard for me.
Like, and so I gave her the note. I shared with the kids, like basically what I've said. You know, you're doing your job. I undermined you. And so I handed her the note. And I verbally apologized in front of the kids. And I had said to the kids too beforehand, I was like, you know, you guys, she may not accept my apology right away because what I did was really bad. Like what I did was really made her job way harder. And she was really mad at me. So she might not just say it's okay. And she didn't. She was still mad in front of my kids for probably, I mean, it felt like about 10 minutes. It was probably about 3 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes while she like really berated my behavior.
Wow.
And I was like, you're absolutely right. It was really hard for me.
Wow.
And the kids still, and then by the end of the year, we had a good relationship and it was fine, you know, but I definitely was like groveling.
I'm whole body is uncomfortable. Yeah. Because I totally disagree with how she handled it too. So
I do too, but it doesn't matter.
But rupture and repair, you were the bigger person.
Repair is it does not matter how the other person, I mean, it does.
Yeah.
They need to repair too. Now, if she did not repair with me, that's fine.
Yeah.
We repaired our relationship over time. But what we often try to do.
But you taught your kids such a valuable lesson.
Well, this is the thing that we have to do ourselves.
Yes.
We have to let them see the cycle of rupture and repair.
And also you made a mistake and then you corrected it. It's as opposed to making excuses, because actually that drives me crazy. When my kids blame other people and blame this and blame that. Instead of just taking accountability. And then it's like, oh yeah, it's a mirror. Right.
But how can we expect them to do that?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. If I'm not doing it myself, if I'm
exactly.
blaming my bad mood on the weather, you know.
And I think it's also important for kids to see, it's also important for us to do it in our romantic relationships, but it's important for our kids to see us do it.
Yes.
They might see a little snippy interaction between.
Yeah. And then they don't see the repair.
And then they don't see the repair. So it's also good to let them see that repair. In your relationship, because if they're seeing the snippiness, they're learning a message about that. And to say, I'm really sorry, even to apologize to the whole family. You know, I was really grumpy this morning, you guys. I'm really sorry about that. It requires us to take to feel
ownership.
Guilt.
Yeah.
To feel like I did something bad. It does not make me a bad person. Actually, I feel bad about my bad behavior. That means I'm a good person.
Yeah. And then you're taking full ownership and accountability for your actions.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening to Under the Hood. If you liked this episode, please take a minute and leave us a review. And we'd love to hear from you. If you have any ideas for future episodes, please let us know.